Hello, everyone. Blitzball Champ is back here with a brand new video, yet again here on the U to the Tube. So, I just finished watching AEW Full Gear. Um, as you can see, I'm rocking my All Elite Wrestling AEW shirt, which I got last year when AEW came to Charlotte, North Carolina. So, had to represent tonight for this big pay-per-view. And wow, this pay-per-view definitely did not disappoint. This was an excellent pay-per-view. I enjoyed every match, and let's talk about it. Let's definitely talk about it. So first, let's start with the buy-in. So the buy-in, which you could watch on YouTube, was NWA World Women's Championship or Women's World Championship, where the champion Serena Deeb defended against Allison Kay. Now, one of the things that they noted was that Allison Kay has parted ways from NWA and is now technically a freelance. So it makes me wonder, after this match, could we be seeing more of Allison Kay in AEW in the future? Who knows? But this was a pretty good match between these two. Um, it was back and forth. Like I said, I've gotten a chance to see Allison Kay uh, live. I've gotten to meet her. I was actually I was actually there live at the Crockett Cup when she won the NWA Women's World Championship, where she defeated Santana Garrett. This was in Concord, North Carolina. But yeah, this match was a pretty good match. I mean, it was nice that they had a title match for the buy-in. Um, it was originally going to be Orange Cassidy versus John Silver, but that got bumped to the main card. So I thought that was pretty neat. But Serena Deeb ended up getting the victory by submission. And I know there was a segment at the end of that match where Thunder Rosa made an appearance. So looks like she wants a rematch, wants to get her title back. So I definitely look forward to seeing what more that AEW is going to do with Serena Deeb or just the NWA Women's World Championship altogether. I mean, so far it's been getting consistently defended in an AEW ring. So, it was good to see a match like this as part of the buy-in, and I just look forward to seeing what more they do. This was Serena Deeb's second title defense, so kudos to Serena Deeb. We started off the main card of AEW's Full Gear with the Eliminator Tournament Finals match between Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. And wow, what a way to start off the main card with this match. These two really brought it as expected. There was a lot of hype to this match, and it definitely did not disappoint. And, I thought it was kind of neat that this was the first match. But ultimately, Kenny Omega got the victory. So we now know that Kenny Omega wins this Eliminator tournament. So he has the right to challenge for the AEW World Championship. So, yeah, these two tore each other apart. It was back and forth. And ultimately, Kenny Omega won. So, great match to start off the main card for Full Gear. I know it seems like I went through that one quick, but honestly, I really don't have anything negative to say. about that match. I mean, there was a lot of hype, and it delivered. Um, Next up, we had Orange Cassidy versus John Silver of the Dark Order. I gotta be honest with you, this match was actually very entertaining. John Silver looked really good in this match. And honestly, I hope they continue to build him up. I really liked how he did in this match. Even though he didn't get the victory, I really like how he did in this match. John Silver, I think if they really continue to give him matches and book him well, John Silver, he could definitely get over. He could definitely get over. Um, that match with Orange Cassidy, I thought it was funny how he ripped off the pants pockets of Orange Cassidy. I thought that was pretty funny. But I feel like this was a great match that really showcased a lot of what John Silver can do. So this was cool. He got a big match on the main card of an AEW pay per view, and I got to give kudos to AEW for doing that. And I really feel like John Silver and Orange Cassidy did well together in this match. Ultimately, Orange Cassidy got the victory, but this was actually a very entertaining match. A lot more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. So, definitely enjoyed it. Excuse me. Next up, we had the TNT Championship, where Cody Rhodes defended the title against Darby Allin. Um, to be honest, I had a feeling that maybe Darby Allin was going to win, mainly because it didn't seem like through the match Cody Rhodes was really taking it serious. He was kind of toying and playing around with Darby Allin, and ultimately, Darby Allin got the pinfall and is your new TNT champion. Um, this is big. This is real big for Darby Allin. He's been facing quite a lot of adversity, but to come away beating Cody Rhodes to win the TNT title is huge. Really, really huge. And I'm pretty sure Taz and his crew are going to be gunning hard for him, for Darby Allin. But it was good that Cody showed respect to Darby Allin, handed him the title. Arn Anderson, he looked disgusted. But I mean, overall, it was a good back and forth match. But Cody, he was playing around with him. Seemed like there were times he wasn't really taking it serious, and Darby Allin came away with the victory. So that's the first title change of the evening. Next up, we had the AEW Women's Championship match. Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose 2. Now, of course, this is their second meeting, as in the first time was back at Double or Nothing in May when Hikaru Shida dethroned Nyla Rose, who was the champion then, to win the title. And this match was different. This was a regular wrestling match, and Nyla Rose had Vicky Guerrero in her corner. First off, I got to give kudos to Nyla Rose as she came out sporting the Mega Man ring gear. So I thought that was really cool. And Sheeta had some new gear as well. I think she had a combination of a lot of the different gear she's worn so far in AEW. So both sporting some new threads. Um, the match was good, but I felt like the finish felt kind of rushed. It looked like Nyla and Sheeta were communicating a lot to set up that finish. I don't know if that was originally a type of finish that they wanted to go for. I don't know. Maybe y'all saw something different, but I felt like near the end, it seemed like there was a lot of communicating going on, or like a lot of uncertainty on how to finish the match. So that was just something that I thought was kind of weird. And I know Vicky Guerrero got involved as well, but ultimately, Sheeta gets the victory and retains. I'm happy, but I'm a little surprised because I honestly felt like Nyla Rose was going to win, but Sheeta retains. And it just makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder, is Sheeta going to have the belt going into 2021? Because right now, the only other person that I could think of that might be climbing the ranks to face her later is probably Britt Baker. She's kind of been on a win streak lately since returning. You know, minus the match she lost to Big Swole at All Out. She's been on a win streak. So maybe Britt Baker will be the one to dethrone Sheeta. Because honestly, I mean, after tonight and after Nyla Rose failing to do it, Britt Baker's the only other wrestler I could think of that is probably going to be, the other big heel to do it. But we'll see. But right now, Sheeta reigns supreme. Next, this next match, I honestly feel like was the match of the night, and it was close. It was really really close because I really enjoyed Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page, Sheeta versus Nyla Rose. Like I've enjoyed all the matches, but this one I have to honestly say was my match of the night. The AEW World Tag Team Championship match between the Young Bucks and FTR. So, of course, FTR's Tully Blanchard was banned from ringside, but wow, this match was straight fire the whole entire time. I mean, they were channeling, both tag teams were channeling all sorts of special tag team finishers, from the heart attack to Team Extreme to the Dudley Boys' 3D to the Steiner Brothers Doomsday Bulldog. Oh man. To even channeling DIY from WWE. I like that was crazy. Um, but yeah, just channeling so many uh different famous tag team finishers and signatures. It was just awesome. It was really really awesome. So I will have to say though that was a very nice springboard 450 splash attempt by Cash Wheeler. I thought that was really really impressive. But the match was back and forth, and who would have thought that a super kick from Matt Jackson's bad foot would seal the deal for the Young Bucks? But every moment of this match was excellent, was on point, 5 star, like all the way through. And the Young Bucks delivered and won the AEW World Tag Team Championships. And of course, Kenny Omega comes to the ring to celebrate with them. Hangman Page is in the tunnel, but you could see him. But yeah, that was quite a celebration. And yeah, the Young Bucks won the tag titles. So, such an excellent match. Like I said, I really liked how they did the different finishers of many other different famous tag teams. So, they went all out in this match. And like I said, FTR versus the Young Bucks was a very, very hyped up match. And for good reason. So I'm not surprised that it delivered pretty much without question. Next up, we had the Elite Deletion match, which was Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara. Although this wasn't in Jacksonville at Daly's Place, but at the Hardy compound in Cameron, North Carolina, my home state of North Carolina. Um, so it's very entertaining. You know, had the cinematics and just really the story told through this match was just very excellent, very entertaining. We saw some of the inner circles, Ortiz and Santana get involved. We saw Private Party get involved. We even saw Gangrel and the Hurricane get involved. Uh, that was quite a surprise. I mean, Hurricane not so much. I mean, Hurricane is from North Carolina, so that doesn't surprise me. Did not expect to see Gangrel. That was really interesting. But yeah. So there was a few surprises, a lot of fireworks. Like fireworks was crazy. And the spot with Sammy Guevara pulling a Jeff Hardy off the top of the ladder, nailing Matt Hardy through a table was just excellent, excellently executed. Um, but ultimately, Matt Hardy gets the victory, gives it a chair shot to the head, and just that sealed it. Um, we got to see, of course, we didn't see Vanguard won, but Neo won, which I thought was a pretty funny segment when Sammy Guevara arrived at the Hardy compound. Of course, we got to see Rebby Sky play the piano, obsolete, and we even got to see Senor Benjamin. So this match was very entertaining. Um, you know, thinking back to the deletion match that he had with Jeff Hardy, his brother, I had no doubt in my mind that this would entertain. So, got to give kudos to AEW for this match. Although it is kind of interesting that Matt won this, considering he won the Broken Rules match back at All Out, which that match didn't really last long. So, I mean, if anything, they made up for it in this Elite Deletion match. But I don't know. Part of me was thinking maybe Sammy Guevara was going to get back at him, but all's well that ended well with this match. So I can't complain. I can't complain at all. Next up, we had MJF versus Chris Jericho. MJF wins. He gets into the inner circle. Um, this match was pretty good. I won't say it's the weakest, but I felt like I don't know. I felt like it could have been a little bit, maybe a little bit longer, but it was a pretty funny finish. It was a pretty funny finish. MJF pulling the Eddie Guerrero and then getting the roll up with the tights. I mean, it was good. It was really good. Um, then of course afterwards, it's official. MJF is in the inner circle. Was able to get the victory over Chris Jericho, and he took it like a man. He took it like a man. Um, doesn't seem like Jake Hager and Wardlow, you know, are 100% on the same page. But hey, I feel like eventually there's probably going to be some dissension in the inner circle. Um, maybe from Sammy Guevara, maybe from uh, Santana Ortiz, or even Wardlow and Jake Hager at some point. But I have a feeling it's bound to happen. This is bound to happen. But but yeah. And then we had the main event, the I Quit match for the AEW World Championship between Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. And of course, honestly, this might as well have been like a death match. I mean, this type of match was down Jon Moxley's lane, but these two were destroying each other. Barbed wire bats to chair shots to tables to thumbtacks to even rubbing alcohol. Um, but yeah, it was crazy. And then, but of course, Jon Moxley sealed the deal by giving the rear naked choke, or it was kind of almost like a just face lock sort of thing, with the barbed wire wrapped around his arm and pulling back on Eddie Kingston's head. And took a bit, but he eventually said, "I quit." Definitely a brutal match. And just like that, Jon Moxley is now 21-0, I believe, this whole year so far. So with that, we know that we're going to be getting Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega, which Kenny Omega came out at the end, kind of had a little moment with Moxley, but yeah, I definitely look forward to this match, and who knows, will the cleaner dethrone Jon Moxley? We'll have to see, but it would not surprise me if he's the one to dethrone Jon Moxley. But we'll have to see what happens. I have to see what happens. But honestly, this was an excellent pay per view. I was not disappointed at all. Full Gear delivered. It really, really delivered. Well, your move, WWE. And honestly, if I can be honest with myself, I just don't see Survivor Series matching that. I really don't. I mean, what do y'all think? I really, I don't see Survivor Series matching the level that Full Gear reached. I don't see it. I don't see it. But let me know what y'all think. Did y'all get a chance to see AEW Full Gear? Did y'all like it? Did y'all hate it? What were your favorite matches? What were your least favorite matches? What did y'all think? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope everybody has a blessed week, and I will see y'all soon.